Appreciate all the prayers and all that stuff last week. Guys reached out through text message and everything. Grandmother was 93 and passed away just a few minutes before I walked in here last week, so it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But she lived a good life and in a better place now, and we just appreciate those texts and thoughts there. And also our thoughts and prayers. We got a huge ball game this week, but our thoughts and prayers. I'm from the 828 in the mountains up there. My family's doing good and safe from the storm and all those things, but so many people aren't. So we want to keep those people in our thoughts and prayers and keep helping out there, because a lot of images coming out of there just are wild and just shocking. So just continue to keep those guys in our thoughts and prayers, but as we go there. So
obviously you got a busy job. How do you balance family stuff with that and everything going on back home with coordinating the game, trying to win?
I don't think you can think about it. I think it's just like you got to keep on going. It's like our players. It's the next play mentality, and what we teach them is no different than what we got to do as men or as adults. We can't worry about the last play. Can't worry about what's going on in our lives. We got to focus on what's next. I keep saying this, like the most important day, the biggest day of the year is today, and we got to value today, and we got to go attack the next play. And I think that carries over to our lives. You got something going on with your family, you got something going on with your job. You got to focus on what's in front of you and really give that all your attention. And hey, once you take care of that, then you take care of the next play. That's what we do in football, and I think it carries over to life as well. And I'm blessed to have a really good support system at home and with family, my wife, my kids, and everything that helps me with that too. So there's a lot of people that it takes a village. We say that all the time in our program here at ECU. It takes all of Pirate Nation to get this thing done. Pirate Nation was awesome on Saturday and helped us get that win. It takes everybody. So we'll continue to do that.
With that said, what has it been like for you since Friday, seeing all those pictures and videos?
Yeah, I just, at first you're thinking, well, it's just this little section or that little section, and there's just, the more you see, you realize how many people are affected up there. And you've seen some heavy rainstorms up there, some mudslides before. I-40's always been had its issues over the years, especially in the gorge there, but just the things that happen in Nashville and Boone and Chimney Rock and all those places is just wild. So and I think about being trapped and having a 15-mile walk out. For some of us that might be easy on a road, but when all of a sudden trees are down and trying to navigate through the woods or the hillside there, that could be kind of tough. So just continue to pray for those folks up there.
I wanted to ask you about the late hits. Mike Houston said they were good, clean hits. J.D. Lampley told me about the basketball rule, I guess 2 steps after you dribble. And so did you think they were clean? And what did you say to your guys after those? I think it was Sam and J.D.
Well, that's funny. J.D. saying something about basketball. I'm sure he's an awful basketball player. And I didn't even know he knew anything about basketball. But that's probably a good way to look at it. At the time, as soon as you see the yellow flag come out, I always, I get upset at the official first, then I get upset at the player, then I get over it after a few seconds. But I think they said both of those would have been clean, should have been clean. I think they said the long run, the 4th down there should have been a false start and a face mask, on their receiver grab Mike. But none of that matters. We just talked about it in life, in football. Play the next play, move on, play the next play, make the best of it. So we got to keep doing that. I do like that we're getting pressure on the quarterback and affecting the game there. It may not show up in the stat categories of sacks, but I certainly think that's causing turnovers, causing him to be uncomfortable back there. I thought he was a really good quarterback coming in the game and may have graded out, PFF, his lowest grade of the year. And I would like to think we had something to do with that, just the pressure we put on him.
You guys were 80% successful on 4th down, about 2/3 successful on 3rd down. What was the difference in the Liberty game and last week?
Yeah, I think the guys just kind of took focus on it throughout the week. Our players, when they put their mind to something, they can go at it. And I think they did a really good job of finishing the game, finishing 3rd down, finishing the drive, and really attacking there. So I think just a mindset there. We got 22 of them, I think, and really successful on a bunch of them. So. And the ones that stand out in my mind are the ones we don't get. But, I think it's credit to our players just really locking in and getting after the quarterback, doing a good job in coverage. I thought for the first time all year, too, we did a good job in the secondary of, we call it the Tyson, PBUs, knocking that ball out, punching that ball out. That's the reason we call it Tyson, just punching it out. And we thought we did a good job of that in the secondary because a punch out on 3rd down is completion, a gain of 0 and incompletion, we're off the field. And that's a great job winning 3rd down by those young men.
Speaking of being off the field, fourth quarter felt like you guys were on the field the whole time. I mean, what can you? I know it was like 7 punts there in a matter of moments. Like, what can you say about the way your group continued to just finish out the game?
Yeah, I think I read that afterwards that we had so many possessions, but I don't think you ever think about that during the game. Just every possession you're out there, you're thinking about going and winning the game and making the play that's going to win the game, getting the third down stop to win the game, getting the fourth down stop to win the game. And that was really, when the run that popped out, that was really our mindset. They want to go for it on fourth down from their own 35, 8 minutes or whatever to go in the game. Hey, we're going to go win the game right here. And I think that's how we're going to call it. That's how we're going to play. We're going to play with the chin out of our toes. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to fly around. You could say, oh, well, I should have made a call there to, maybe give up the first down, don't give up the home run. Let's go win the game. Let's play that way. Let's play to go win the game. Let's make calls to go win the game. Let's put our young men in positions to go win the game. All right? And I think if we'll do that continually for 4 quarters, we'll have a chance and opportunity to win the game at the end, which we did on Saturday.
Charlotte, another year you're preparing for 3 quarterbacks. So what's this week like? And then obviously Max Brown sounds like he's back at practice.
Yeah, you always prepare for the starter, the backup, and talk about how guys can be different and how the offense may vary a little bit or not vary a little bit, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are of each young man, whether it be quarterback, running back, receiver, whatever it may be. I think the Clark kid played for the first time in 2 years last week, so everybody's going to show up and play against us. We're ready for it. We're prepared for all 3, and all 3 are certainly good quarterbacks. I think all 3 do a job. They all present different. They'll attack you in different ways. So we got to be prepared for it. But I think that's just part of college football. There's no injury report right now in college football like the NFL. And until we have that, you're always going to prepare for guys that might be hurt, might not be hurt, and you got to fully expect them to play and be healthy and be ready to go.
Second full week without Savone, how do you think the 2 guys who've really been stepping in for him been doing?
Yeah, I think Lamp had a pick last week, and Nash been playing exceptionally well, and IBM's raised his game. I think the one thing, and you saw it with Zakai went out of the game last week, you're missing Vaughn, you're missing Zakai, but you see the guys around them, they just take the next step. They just take the next step. And we talk about every week and every day, hey, today's got to be the best day I've ever had at practice. This Saturday's got to be my best game. Well, why? Because it's the next one. We want to grow each and every single day, grow in each and every single game. I told my guys, if you peak game 2, game 3, game 4, then what are you going to do the rest of the year? You're going to be awful come November. But we want to grow each and every single day as football players, as young men in our communities, whatever it may be. But you've seen Lamp do that. You've seen Nash do that. And they're certainly talented, and you can see them growing more confidence every single snap. And they belong out there. They look like 2 starters out there. So just really proud of those 2 young men.
How does a second half like this past Saturday kind of add to the confidence of the entire group after getting off the field?
I think especially the 2 previous weeks. Just that was our mindset: go finish, and we proved to ourselves that hey, we can finish. We proved that hey, we've got it in this in the 3rd and 4th quarter. I thought that the guys did a better job attacking that all week in practice, and having that mindset. And being ready to go approach that, and did that in the 4th quarter especially. We just talked about the number of possessions there you had. It would easy to lose focus there in the 4th quarter when you have that many possessions and give the offense that many opportunities. But they were stepped up, kept it going. The big series I was proud of them was when they had a sudden change. They got the ball down there about the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, and it was a quick 4 and out. And boom, that sealed the game pretty much and put it away. And that was really good to see by our defense, just the mindset they had there. So just really proud of those guys. I thought our coaches did a really good job of rotating guys too, especially early in the game to make sure we're fresh in the 4th quarter when the game's on the line and when it matters.
Kind of touched on with Zakai being out, but DJ, Julian, Damian playing the most snaps and looked good. That had to give you even more confidence in that group.
Yeah, I mean, Julian Davis, I said to the defense on Sunday, I said, you never know when your opportunity is going to come. I mean, Julian Davis goes into the game. He's our 3rd Mike. He plays 20 snaps. He probably hadn't played 5 snaps of defense in his career here, and goes in there, makes tackles, running around, making plays, and looks like it belongs. And you gain, not only does he gain more confidence in himself, his teammates, his coaches, everybody, and he's going to play a big role this week. Zakai may or may not be back, who knows. He's preparing like he is going to be, and we're going to prepare like he's going to be there and also have adjustments if he's not. And then Day-Day's played the most snaps he's played in the ball game. So just to see those 2 young men step up and DJ as well and fill the void there and go make plays when it matters, when the game's on the line in a tight ball game against a very good opponent. Was not only good for me, I was proud of them, but just for themselves as well. So just they work so hard, and a lot of times we don't see that on game day. What these young men and what these guys put into in the summer, during meetings, studying at night, practice, and you never know when your opportunity is going to be called. And that was my message to our young guys. Just you never know when you're going to get that opportunity. And Julian got his, and DJ got his, and Day, and they all did a really good job with being prepared. And that's what we got to continue to do. So, and that's also good for our depth. And I pointed out DJ and Julian, and all purposes, they're redshirt freshmen, first-year players. KJ Merrill, first-year player. Jamarli Riddle, first-year player. Every single day, you can see those guys growing and getting better, and just really proud of those guys. And we need more guys to step up like that.
And to start with personnel-wise, you mentioned the quarterback. It seems like they got some good run backs. We know Omega, Blake, a little bit at receiver. So what do you see from them outside?
Yeah, I think they're a very good football team. I think their O-line is really good. I think solid. As soon as I turn on the tape, I noticed the twitch of those guards coming off the rock and doubling three techniques and doubling nose guards. And I said, ooh, that was the first thing that caught my attention. I think the center does a good job. Those two guards are really good. They're going to huddle. They're going to shift around, motion around, a lot of eye candy. Almost called an NFL-style offense where you're going to see them huddle every snap and then break out, and they're going to give you different pitchers and different looks. Obviously, the running backs is kind of by a stable back there. There's a bunch of them. They do a really good job getting downhill. Number 5, I think 220, 225 pounds. I like 0 back there. I think 21 is a kid from Charlotte there that's they'll line him up out wide, bring him on the jet sweeps. He's got speed. He can make you miss. He's a return guy as well. Then the receivers. 8 catches everything around him. Omega, you talked about him, had a couple of deep balls last week. He gets behind the secondary, so we got to stay on top of him. And then I think their tight ends may be the best room in our league. I mean, the tight end group is special. 18's returner from last year. He's the second most targeted player on their team as far as the receiving core. 81, 35, all big guys that can do a good job in the run game, whether it's on the split zone, the counter, whatever may be there. So I think we got our hands full. We got to do a really good job of making sure we stop the run game, take care of their controlled pass game, make sure we don't let Omega and Mac, number 3, get behind us, and then on third down, put them in positions where they're uncomfortable. So it's got our hands full, especially playing down there. I'm excited about Pirate Nation, filling up that stadium and being loud. And our guys are excited to play an in-state game.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach.
appreciate you guys.